Alrighty. Let's get into it. I think I have what I want for my character. Get used to it. Have to talk to some people. Find my way out here. I'll make a bit of cash. Ain't gonna be easy, but we ain't got no other choice right now. Bound Mexico way. I was ambushed crossing the river and lost all my belongings and my men didn't make it here. God fucking shame. And I know I pray for them. They're in a better place now. The way they went out, nobody should have had to deal with them. No one should have had to be a part of that. None. Savage tree. I had to get used to the way I act, the way I talk. I have to get used to it. Make sure I'm talking properly with my character and all that. Maybe someone's coming through here. I think he said something. Yeah, I didn't hear him. All I've left is my bag here. Old grub. Sometimes I feel like I'm too old to start again. I lost everything. Good friends of mine I've been riding with for a while. It was our first trip to the state. Down to Mexico, all the way back up to Virginia. It's a seasonal thing we did, way the road and all that. Life is hard that way. Well, we were used to it. Yeah, we knew what could happen out there. It's uncivilized and frontier, open lands. Ain't no law around for miles to do anything about something. Yeah, we all knew the risks. It still weighs heavy upon my soul. Thinking about everyone we lost. I tried my best just to give in to them. They didn't want peace. They were looking for a fight. We're looking to take what we had either way. They wanted a fight. They wanted blood. They got it. Men like that, though, they don't last long in this world. justice, I'll come their way one day, I'm sure of it. May not be by my hand. God knows it'll happen. A long way to travel, though, to get to where we're going next. First thing is first, I gotta find some work. A way to make a bit of money. Get a new wagon. Start over again. It's the only life I know. It's a hard life, but it's a good one. It's humble. I like seeing the world, too. I get antsy if I stay in one place too long. Feel like I'm missing out on something out there. I ain't familiar with this part. Not too much. Always pass through. So I'm hoping some of the locals might point me in the right direction. Hoping they're the helping type. I know out here, folks tend to stick to themselves. Rightfully so. A lot of trouble in less civilized locations. Just the way it is. I ain't blaming for it. Yeah, grub, I see it. I see the rattler. We ain't bother it. They ain't bother us. You're fine. You're fine. It's all right. Come on. Your size of 2 men, I'll say you make up 36 rattlers. You ask me. There you go again, you being afraid of them. Silly old horse. Only if you knew what you could do. Maybe he does. Maybe you don't. I can't read your mind anyways. I'll see you so-and-so. I'll wait right here. Hello? Anyone home? Well, Grub, let's not wait around. Just in case. Ain't no one shows up for a week. Howdy, fella.
Fine morning, partner.
You know the way to town? Hey. Well, what am I gonna do about it? Well, Grub, looks like we took the wrong turn. It'll be dark soon by the looks of it. Storm clouds rolling in, which is a blessing out here. Hello? Anybody home? Name's Sturgis Mclainy. I'm passing through. If you look at that grub, ain't a soul around. Ugh. I deserve it, I reckon. Ain't no guest of mine. Best get on your way. You ain't welcome here. You bring problems with you wherever you go. Trying to get used to the character's voice, trying to imagine scenarios in my head. I shared some B-roll footage headed to Armadillos. See if we can get out of that. All right, chap. I'll tell you my background, my history, where I come from. My name is Sturgis Mclainy, and I've been on the road as long as I can remember. I think I was born on the road. Mom and Pa ain't never said that was the case, but we always traveled by carriage and wagon across the great states. I never really stayed in one place for long or down routes. We was willing to travel far for all right pay, get things out to people they needed. Yeah, trains came along and built tracks and made it a little harder on us, but we still managed. Had to go somewhere more secluded or out of the way we would. Until recently, I had my own caravan. Went down to Mexico way to make some deals and finish off a trade we had settled. On our way back, we was ambushed by some banditos. It was a mess, it was bloody. God knows I'm lucky to be alive. I lost some good friends. Some good boys ain't need to lose their lives, their kids, and their wives. They ain't need that kind of punishment. They ain't never done nothing wrong. We know what we signed up for. It's the way of it sometimes, but in the end, ain't nobody need to go through something like that. But now, it's time to start again. Figure out the way of it. Rebuild to something I was once. I got a few good years left in me, and I might as well build something up to give to someone else one day. Last good thing I did. Yeah, Jack, I seen peak hours earlier. Peak hours are like during the day for me, and the server's like 240. So I'm gonna put you on that. I know it's much later in the evening right now, but I enjoyed it. I had so many, sorry, 70 people still playing. That's a lot of people to roleplay with still. I'm doing a lot of monologuing too, because I'm gonna make a video with this character, and I figured gotta shoot all the B-roll and shots we can get for the character. I think every episode I'm gonna start off with like a narration of what happened recently, and go on from there. But yeah, dude, all the features you told me about, I'm excited. Set up tents, camps, and take our time going places by wagon. I think I'm gonna play Ryder on like Fridays and Saturdays a little bit. Get up to some trouble with Ryder. Hello. Anyone around? Howdy. Stranger. I was looking for some directions. Yeah, I know this is your property. Yep. I ain't gonna argue none. Yeah, we'll get on again. She grub, like I said. Hospitality out here is lacking, but good reason for it. That's for sure. Always good reason for it. No use in overstaying my welcome. Yeah, getting some good B-roll footage right now, some good shots of my character. How's everyone in chat doing? You got anyone watching this weird hour? You know, playing on this server, we can revive all kinds of characters. We could do a Connor or Cree story again. I know a lot of people were big fans of Connor or Cree. Armadillo. Largest town you find around these parts. Dusty little place. I've been through it a few times. Watered up at the saloon. Hey, Citizen Cannon, how you doing, man? Thanks for the raid. I appreciate you. How's everyone doing? Welcome in. Thank you, Citizen. Have a good sleep, Citizen. Thanks for the raid, man. Have a good one, man. I'm just trying to figure out where I can get a wagon at. See the prices are. Okay. Interesting. That door is actually locked. I wonder if the place locked up tight. I'll walk around town. Maybe someone might be about. Yeah, I'll figure out what it's going to take and cost. This ain't no church. Maybe that was a church in school. I think I'm recording for some B-roll and stuff, but I definitely just want to go find something to interact with, get a taste of the RP. Oh, that's a new building back there too. City Hall. Oh, they got a town hall here. Oh yeah. We know the ragdoll button now. That's you. Alpha point. Not that way. I just love how empty everything is. But it's the hour. I'll go to Blackwater next. Yeah, it'll be a good customer for them, getting multiple wagons going. On this server, when you fill the wagon with stuff, do like boxes appear in the back? That'd be a cool feature. I know some servers were working on that.
Hey, partner.
Another fun thing about our group being mobile is we don't have to worry about being caught in like what's it called Collings, the 32-person circles and shit. I want our group to be a strong 12, 15 role players towards the end of it. We have people set as like guards. People role playing as civilians and doctors amongst us. What if we have a traveling dentist with us too? It'd be great. Like right here would be a perfect place to circle up some wagons. Maybe not. It looks kind of foreboding right here. I love how pretty Red Dead is. I wonder, besides GTA 6, what's the next like beautiful game does Rockstar have in its pipeline? I would love to see a medieval game by them. That would be awesome. That or even a zombie game by Rockstar would be amazing. I'm like imagining the kind of things we're going to need for this group and kind of jobs to keep this group functioning, because I believe the wagon wheels can break and you need to repair things and maintain stuff, and understanding how that works is going to be really important. We're gonna need a someone to be our quartermaster. Having a cook would be great too.
Sir.
Move them!
I finished the building over there. It's gonna be hard finding some menial work. Looks like it's just the way it is. Doesn't seem to be anyone in town to roleplay with right now. We'll go to the most popular town in any server. Andaro, how's the population on the server? During prime time, it's 240 out of 240. Right now, it is middle of night for the server, and there's like 70 people online out of 240. I am definitely playing at a very odd hour. It's really, really, really early in the morning, or late at night, depending on however you want to look at it. It's 40 on right now. Yeah, there was 70 when I joined, but the server's gonna pick up in like 6 hours. I look forward to playing tomorrow at some point. Probably play a bit more Friday. I have more time. I'll go to anyone I can right now. Yeah, it's good numbers. Yeah, the last few days I went to connect, it was like I had to wait in a queue of 3 during the primetime hours. 240 people. I look forward to seeing that in prime time, but what we're working on right now is I'm going to start a group. We're going to be a caravan, and we're going to be very, what's the word? Nomadic. It's good slow burn RP. We'll circle up our wagons wherever we go at night. We don't travel at night at all. We set up tents and campfires and stuff. I heard that you can get tents in this game. Pick up odd jobs, fuel delivery jobs, all kinds of things like that. But right now, I'm just trying to. I want to go interact with somebody, practice my voice, my character's RP, get his cadence down. I'm like scanning the world right now with my eyes, being like, where could we set our circles here and there? Seeing all kinds of spots would be nice to circle up. If there's just nobody in Valentine, we'll probably get off and try again tomorrow. Excuse me, sir. Would you mind if I took a moment of your time?
Sure. I mean, I ain't got too much better going on right now.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I just rode into town here about a minute ago, and I'm in need of some directions, I guess.
Well, sure. Ask away, sir.
My name is Sturgis. Pleasure to meet you.
And you, sir? Pleasure's all mine. My name is Jesse.
Oh, nice to meet you, Jesse. You see, I'm looking for someone out here to know how to make wagons, and trying to track a man down so I can do business of that sort.
Sure. Is there a particular man you're after?
I wouldn't know. You see, I came up Mexico way, and I had a caravan with me, but unfortunate circumstances led to me being by myself now. Well, picking up the pieces.
I see there.
Is.
I see. Starting fresh, I suppose you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Building back up. So you're looking for a wagon. Are you experienced wagon rider by chance?
I am. Last 20-some-odd years, I'd say.
Well, holy shit. You see, I have a friend here named Kieran, an Irish fella. He's he rides the stagecoach here. He has a service. Is that something that you're interested in?
I'm looking for any kind of work right now. I ain't got none at the moment. And, well, my funds are running quite low, and I fear I might be begging on the street soon if I don't find myself a hard-working job.
Now, begging on the streets, I've seen people make a nice buck from that. But I see what you're saying. I mean, as me myself, a man without a job himself, I cannot offer you a job, unfortunately. But I can give you the information you need. There's a man. If you know, come walk with me. I can show you a man who can give you some jobs.
All right, then. I appreciate it, Jesse.
No problem, sir. Right this way. So what brings you down this way, sir?
Just trying to find people who are friendly enough to want to show me a way around these parts. And I understand why some aren't keen to talk to strangers. A lot of dangerous people out there these days.
There he is, unfortunately. Oh, what's he got? Never mind. There is. People are very cautious around these parts, which could be quite unfortunate for business.
I understand how it is. You gotta look after your own.
That's right, but I always say you gotta look after each other.
The ones you care about, at least, as I see it, but I find
Suppose so.
myself to be disconnected from most.
Yeah, I feel that, sir. I feel that. You know, most people, like I said, tend to keep to themselves, but I always say that humans, you know, we're animals at the end of the day, and we are a group animal, you see.
I don't know nothing about that. I like to think there's a clear divide between ourselves and animals, considering. That's my.
Sure is.
You have yours.
That's right, and I respect yours, sir. Are you a hunter by any chance?
Not by trade, but by necessity.
Sure. See, I'm by trade a hunter, a trapper, I say. And I guess I have a little different perspective on it.
Yeah, to each their own, I say. Yeah, I mean, I might not believe what you're saying to me. It sounds a bit crazy, but maybe there's something to it, but you don't have me convinced, that's for sure.
Not a problem. I like a nice discussion, sir. You seem like an educated man.
I wouldn't say educated. I can hardly write my own name.
What was that name again? Bomb live.
Sturgis.
Sturgis, that's right.
I bet you have some if you want to. Yeah.
Not an educated man, just long-lived and, well, not to be
wise.
Wise is the word I'd look for, but others, you should leave up to others to call you wise and not go around telling things. I try to be humble about that.
That's right. I do like that, sir. I do like that. Now tell me, sir, what sort of skills do you have?
I'm hardy. I work good of horses, wagons. I caravan across the states. That's what I did my entire life. That's what I want to be doing again. Consider the situation I find myself in right now ain't none too good.
Of course, maybe then look into something a little bit more lucrative, a little bit more fortuitous, sir.
Before the incident in Mexico, I had 6 wagons I owned. I had a crew of men, women. The life I live is wagoning.
I see. You know, I would like to introduce you to my friend Kieran. He's a keen wagoneer himself. But this man here will provide you with jobs to deliver stuff. I think that's something along the things that you used to do, matter of fact.
I'll be a good start to it until I can look to own my own. A friend of mine said I should look for someone who could help me build a new wagon, and I'll be reaching out to folks about getting one built for myself. But first is I need to have money, that is.
That's right, you gotta walk before you run, sir. I don't know much about the stagecoach business, but he does know a lot more than I do.
I appreciate your help, but I appreciate your help. Sorry, I had a I had a bout of tinnitus there.
No problem, sir. Would you like to speak to Kieran?
Yeah, I'll take it from here. I appreciate your help, Jesse. Get out of your hair now, and time to get to hard work if you'll have me.
Of course, Sturgis. I hope to see you around healthy and well, sir.
Yeah, you take care. You have a good day now.
Safe journeys now, sir.
I was talking a little too fast. Was my issue. Yeah, first interaction. It was good. I gotta make sure I talk a little slower to my cadence. I want Sturgis to be more exact with his words and not too chatty. Mostly answering questions folks ask him unless he has a question to ask. Be more chatty of his own people, but I was a little excited to roleplay out of character, so I know how it goes. I don't know where to get the wagon at. Is he supposed to give me one? Oh, horseback. I forgot I left my horse a while back. Okay. The way he was talking, like he would have a wagon for me, character. So we met Jesse, first person we met. All right. Hopefully we can meet some more people here. Tell me to go right here. someone I talked to right here? Pick up at Thieves Landing. Okay. I see. All right, we're not going to travel at night. That's one of the things my character tries not to do is do things at night. I'll make him somebody who travels during the day. There ain't no use wandering around in the dark. That's how you break a horse's leg, or that's how you get yourself in trouble. Jesse, thanks for that help again. Got me some work now. As soon as dawn comes around, I'll find myself on the road. Appreciate the help and God bless.
No problem, sir. Did you have any luck with that?
Yeah, he's got me a job, but I ain't gonna go fooling around in the dark none. So I'll wait till morning.
Oh, smart idea. I'm afraid there's not too much going on right now.
It seems to be that way, but sometimes a bit of quiet's a good thing, as I say.
You know what? I agree. I like to sit on the porch, smoke the cigarette, and just enjoy the view, see the people coming in, coming out. You know, everybody got different lives. Everybody got different destinations. It's quite fascinating.
Mm-hmm. I'll see you around.
See you around.
Howdy.
Good evening.
Evening. You know if
How's it going?
any of you know if someone is walking here?
I have no idea.
I ain't seen nobody behind the bar since I walked in.
Well, usually Claire's here. She has black lipstick. She's quite nice.
Well, I've
Very
seen someone
hospitable.
else. Not walks here. I've seen him walk in. I'm not sure where he is though.
Hey,
Swindleton, you're
you're-
gonna walk
oh.
past me without saying hello?
Oh shit, how's it going, Jesse?
I'm doing mighty fine, How you been?
I've been good, you know, except I dislocated my head, and Kieran.
I don't think that's possible.
Nah, well, you should have seen it, Kieran. I dislocated my skull, didn't I?
Sounds like a tall tale to me.
It sounds like you. Hey, Kieran,
Well,
this the fellow over there.
Kieran popped it back into place right
stagecoach
there.
rider, just like yourself.
I wouldn't say stagecoach rider, but I drive a caravan usually. More about animals and less about passengers.
Kieran, you should use your words there.
Fuck's sakes, I thought I was talking this whole time, boys.
That's all right. It's late.
Very sorry. What was your name anyway, sir?
Name's Sturgis.
Sturgis. Good to meet you, Sturgis. I'm Kieran. I heard you saying that you don't really haul passengers more so than goods and such like that.
Uh-huh. But I am
see.
looking for work wherever I can find it at the moment. I had a run of bad luck in Mexico. Unfortunately, I'm without what I had before.
Jesus. That's trouble that. No, I too am getting back into the wagon business. Sure, I did that back in the east. I'm working on getting a better wagon though, because the one I use now is a bit, well,
Stolen?
I not stolen, you fucking swindleton bastard.
It's a loan.
It's a loan, and sure, Jesus, it finds itself stuck in fucking hills and ditches and things like this often. So
Well, it's good not to make a habit of riding in places a wagon should not go.
yes, and I'm very proud myself as being a good driver and a good wagoneer,
He's a
as
very
it
good
were.
driver.
I try my best to avoid things like that, and I think I do for the most part. But a matter of getting a wagon, that's the issue. A real nice one, it's quite expensive.
Yeah, I can understand that. If you're looking for an extra hand, I'm available as long as the pay is, well, not thievery.
Right. Do you know what? It would be very good to build a franchise of sorts. Are you working on buying yourself a wagon soon, then?
I'm a long way off for that, but starting somewhere.
Very good.
Well, I
think we
suppose,
could keep-
Kieran, we could loan Sutton there one.
We could. But like I said, I need to get myself a better wagon anyway, so we're both on that grind, as it were.
Well, I'm willing to take a loan. I'm a good for my word's worth, something I like to think. Just give me your written contract and looked over, and we might have an agreement depending on the clauses.
Very good. Have you met anyone to build your wagon? Have you just? I'm asking if you asked around, sort of.
I just came into town. I was hoping that I'd come across someone with the right know-how.
Right.
Well, you do have the blacksmith, but they are around a bit later.
I know it's quite late, time and hour and all that, but first comes first is I need to have money in my pocket before I think about my future too much. I gotta think about the now.
Exactly. That's very
Well,
smart.
tell me, sir, where is this delivery that you've been asked to send this package to?
Well, once morning comes around, I'll be riding off to Thieves Landing out by Blackwater. I've been by it
East
before.
London, Jesus.
I'd be careful up there, sir.
As I know it is, the farther you go west, closer to Mexico, the less civilized things are. And I'd say just right after Blackwater, things get a bit harder, as I see.
Yes, it's very good to be wary, really, anywhere. But the far east you go, and the far west, sure, Jesus, these bastards, they'll come after you.
I know what it is. I know the risks I gotta take to get out that way, and unfortunately, it's the way it is of things.
Well, lad, do you have any money now? Because I could offer you maybe better firearms, perchance. I have a rifle that I've been needing to sell.
Well, I have $2 to my name, and I'm not looking to buy any guns for myself. at
I
the
see.
think
moment.
food and drink would be the first thing to think of.
Absolutely.
If I can't eat and I can't drink, it ain't got none use to me at the moment.
I think, Kieran, we know a fella who would buy that gun off you.
Oh, do you?
I do, matter of fact. I think we met him just the other night.
Oh, yes, that's right. I was thinking of selling it to that fella by the name of Tucker. That's right.
Tucker, that's correct, yes.
Tucker Moore. Yeah.
I also
Strange.
think, why don't we write up this contract for Mr. here?
Well, before we
Get
write
a
any contract
loan.
and I see anything about it, I'd like to see the wagon first.
Yes.
Of course.
Which.
Well, how about
Sure,
this?
enough,
How
much better
about
one anyway.
when morning comes, we could meet you up there in Thieves Landing with this beautiful new wagon for yourself. You can look it over and see how it rides and feels. And you can decide on whether you like it, and we can write up a little contract for you, sir.
Well, sure thing, as long as it's a one piece and I don't gotta worry about an axle breaking half-mile down the road.
Absolutely. Only the best.
Well, Jesse, then I'll have to see you there in the morning or whenever you arrive, but I'll wait around Thieves Landing. with,
Sure
uh,
thing,
what
sir.
I
I
picked
think
up.
morning when the sun rises, we'll be there, sir. Good night, then. We'll see you there.
All right.
Come on, gentlemen.
You're around, lad. It was good to meet you.
Likewise, and you travel safe.
Be careful on the trail now, lad. What? Need to go get the horn.
I hope
Nice and
they're
nice.
men of their word, and I ain't gonna be dealing with no scam artists once I get out that way.
Yeah, I hope so too.
It wouldn't be wise of them nonetheless, considering I ain't got none money to my name, so they're just wasting their own time if that's the case. But we'll see.
Well, there is a such thing called extortion.
Or they gonna extort my shoes?
So they could kidnap you, let law know that they took you, and demand money for your freedom. People do that sometimes.
Well, I ain't know no one out this way, so good luck getting money out of your friends I may have, considering I ain't know none. Law might be keen on it, but hell, if that's the case, I have to go along with it. I ain't got much of a choice, and out here, God knows you must take risks to get anywhere.
Yeah. Do be careful out west, though. They are known to not like law very much, and people from Valentine.
Now, trust me, you ain't gotta tell me twice when it comes to things like that. So,
I see.
I never got your name, that is.
Coop.
I'm nice to meet you, Coop. I'm Sturgis Mclainy.
Nice to meet you. Sorry for my voice, I'm feeling a little sick. My throat hurts.
Well, I wasn't judging, thinking about that none. If that helps you. I don't make a habit of judging others based off of that looks or how they sound. Folks out there is what they is.
That's right.
What is it you do around these parts? Don't mind me prying none.
Well, before I lost my leg, I was a hunter. Very recent injury. Yeah, I would hunt for the blacksmith. I would sell them deer hide and ram hide, and they would use it.
I'm sorry to hear that. I imagine being
That's
crippled
fine.
now makes work hard. And,
Well, I'm not walking for the time being, resting, adapting.
I couldn't say what it'd be like to not have a leg no more, but I imagine it ain't none too easy getting used to one of them, what do they call them?
Aesthetics. Yeah. He gets the job done. At least I can stand, walk. Can't run yet, but I'm sure in time I will be able to.
Well, Coop, I give it to you. Better than giving up. And I've seen men after the war, a while back, lose a leg or an arm, just give up, fall into drinking and other debauchery, find themselves in a ditch sooner than later. Mercy on their soul.
This was my own doing. Got an infection. And it had to be cut off.
It is what it is, and you have my sympathies, that's for sure.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go upstairs and get a wink of shut eye until dawn comes around. You enjoy
Yeah,
your evening.
Yeah, you have a good sleep.
Hello, lover. You in need of a woman's touch?
Not yours, ma'am.
Don't you bother yourself. It's no matter. You just keep smoldering, honey. I can wait.
I'm going to try to leave descriptions up to what I look like. And I'm going to leave other cues to my emotes, you know? I think it's just better that way. The only description I'd like to describe would be smells, you know? Anything else, it's like, look at my physical features for my character. Sorry guys, I'm hella yawny here. All right, so we got some interactions with people. It was interesting. Just face the camera towards that window so I can see when daylight's coming through it. Dude, if they do try to rob me, that'd be interesting. That's what I figured Jackal was the box that I was going to pick up. I kind of saw the crate symbol, and that's what I was imagining. Glad I went to Valentine. There's usually always someone in Valentine on any server you play on. I'm curious how much a wagon's gonna run me. If it's gonna be like $100, like how many jobs I'm gonna have to do until I get there, you know? I definitely would like to get a loan, because a loan's good RP dynamic in my opinion, because then you have to work it off. And it could cause, you know, people to come after you.
Oh, I know all about the hole in your pants and goddamn degenerate. The law.
I really wish I didn't have to see all these question marks. I wish there was a way to turn them off. There we go. Keep my hands inside my belly for comfort. Gotta wait for daytime now, chat. Once daytime comes around, we will ride off. We're gonna be very realistic. So the sun's starting to come up slowly. This game is I miss role playing because it is a very beautiful game. It's very cinematic and all of that. Oh yeah. I like that there's a longer day-night cycle on the server. I think that's good. But I can't wait to get some good RP going, so when we have, like, day and night cycles, it'll be great. Consistent RP. Good morning, Ivor Lothbrook. How you doing? Welcome in the chat. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Oh, yeah. What kind of caravan nonsense can we get ourselves into? I'm just thinking of, how do we keep RP interesting? How do we have a good protagonist? How do we have good, Come on, daytime, come on. Daytime will arrive. It's like oozing lava right there. October did say he didn't travel at night, so hopefully he took his word on it. I realized people were standing right there. A little too close to the fire, I think. Staying warm next to the fire. Here we go. I could ain't none too keen on traveling during night. Why does this night feel longer than yesterday's night? This is because I got on like halfway through it. That guy looks like a player. All right, looks like the sun's finally coming up. Wait, did the sun? Okay, the moon was up there a second ago. Does the moon did it twitch across the sky? What's going on? All right, guys, let's get moving. I'm doing good. Just woke up, saw you were streaming. Hell yeah! Thank you for coming in, Ivor. All right. Trying to make the right calls. I make sure I play my character right. All right, come on, grub. Yeah, no. Crack of dawn. I'm feeling it too on my lower back. But you're a young horse, so you ain't got nothing to complain about, right? You'll be just fine riding across down the Blackwater way. Me? I'll be aching. Probably get a saddle rash too. I'll say I miss my carriage. A nice seat I did. The woman back Junior way made me a cushion for my arse. I miss that now, but some bandito enjoying it these days, I reckon. Down Mexico way. That's you and me, grub. Let's get this job done. I'm tired, God knows. We'll go this way. You and I have a long way to ride. No, we make the right call, though. I'm thinking those fellas was gonna help me out. Try not to be too hopeful about these kind of things, but I can't think of how they would go out of their way to try and rob for me, considering I ain't got much to my name. Yeah, they could take my horse, but get more value out of some other fella to give a hard time to, I think. Whoa. Come on, grub, make way. Whoa. Good morning. Let's pray that when we get this caravan going again, State of Monroe will have respectful horse riders out there. 'Cause I tell you, pain in my ass ain't getting your way. You don't think about how our carriage ain't stopped on no dime. I figured out some hymns to hum. On the long, lonesome, lonely road, I ride to Blackwater. Gonna sell myself over to a carriage dealer. Making a loan purchase agreement. What it do for me to pay? I'll ride a little faster. Taking our time to get places. Having that immersive, cinematic, beautiful, touching look to everything. Found some common ground. Who's on chat right now? What we got going on? Anybody interested in what the game plan is? A little bit of Q&A going? Or we're gonna go with all this RP? All this raw story. I thought they went off road there for a little bit. But we're nearly there to Thieves Landing. That's some good B-roll footage right there.
Morning, mister.
Morning.
Wasting my goddamn time.
See, these guys will be here at these landing. We're almost there. I know I rode you hard and long this morning, so I figured you deserve a little time without me on your back. Ain't that right, Grub? Should just be ahead here, yonder these trees and a bridge. Only this Jesse fella and his friend, the Irish fella, mean their word. That'd be, good change of pace these days. Can't say I'm really going off on a limb here. I ain't got much to risk besides you, Grub, and I'm not sure if they want an old nag like yourself. I hope you don't take offense to that. They ain't the finest of horses, and to be fair, my back ain't what it used to be either. I like to think we made good pace, you and I, Grub. All these fellas ain't already take off thinking I'll be here sooner than I was. You never know. You don't talk much, do you? It's all right. A bit of quiet's good sometimes. I think I'm just missing the old folks. Folks used to ride with. They're in a better place now. Up there in the kingdom's heaven. Up ahead here, I think it was, and then no. These landing. Across the bridge. Little ranch. I will look around for that Jesse fella. Right over here. All right.
Morning, Sturgis.
Morning,
How's it
fellas.
going?
It's going.
Bad news about the wagon, sure Jez, is this man Swindleton was trying to show me a trick of shooting me hat off, and the horse got scared by the gunshot and literally took off with the whole wagon. So we're gonna have to go fetch it.
I tried going after it. I tried, Mr. James. What's your name?
Sturgis Aegis.
Sturgis, that's right. That's right. Have you ever caught a sturgeon fish, Sturgis?
Oh my
I have not, but I'd
Don't
say
mind him,
it's
son.
unfortunate bit of a loss on your part there. How am I supposed
I'll
to
tell you
make a
what,
deal
partner.
with you?
What is this location you're delivering this here box to?
Let me put this box down real quick to take a look at the delivery later. There you are, Grub.
Sure, if you're still willing to give it a shot there, sir, we can go fetch that wagon that ran off and meet you at your next location.
Let's see here. Drop off Montana Falls Meat Shack.
Montana Falls Meat Shack. Let me have a look here.
Come on down. It's all right, Grub. Come on. Here you is. Here you is.
Kieran, you're good with directions.
I am, yeah.
Montana Falls Meat Shack. Where would that be? Sure, I did.
Are you sure it's not Monteca Falls?
Oh. So is it Monteca Falls?
I think it's Monteca Falls, and it'll be down the way a little bit.
Is there a meat shack there?
Yeah, there's a shack sort of close by there.
It's not too far out. It
Just
says
a bit
it's
more down the river.
out in the tall trees.
Where the fuck is this stable anyway?
Now, about that carriage you was offering on loan,
Right.
considering it ain't here, I may not be none too interested now that I showed up to you folks being empty-handed. Considering if this wagon you had run off, I'm concerned it might be damaged now.
It may be, but one of the things that we were going to put in the contract was if it is damaged in your possession, then we would pay for it. So any damages that's done to it now, well, obviously we're going to pay for that repair anyway. We don't really give you a damaged one at all anyway.
Well, that
Of
does
course,
sound like a deal too good to be true. Not most folks who come on meeting a stranger would offer something of that sort.
Well, maybe that's the case, but I
Well,
don't
here's
know.
the
I
hook
find myself
then,
a bit of
sir.
a kind fella anyway.
got
We
a
don't
lot of
have
money.
much of a, we're honest men, and here's the hook, as with every deal there is. We don't ask for no payment for this, nor any payment for repairs or any damage that gets done to it. But what we do ask for is each, I suppose, a commission fee. Every dollar you make, we take 25 cents.
I don't know about that. I'd rather end up owning the damn thing and pay it off that way. If I have to be indebted permanently, that sounds like a real bad deal in my case.
Oh no, you wouldn't be indebted permanently.
Until it's
basically-
paid off.
All right, you spoke confusingly to me. How much would the debt be then?
That.
Jesus Christ, I come all the way out here. I think by now you would already have a price in mind.
Until when, Kieran? You're the wagoneer here.
Hey, I'm just gonna.
Do you
let
suppose you're
know,
trying to
Mr.
buy the
Sturgis.
wagon itself anyway?
I'm only here because I owe them money.
I was of the mind that you simply want to work.
So the debt might be
Well,
to hang out with these guys. They just want friends.
well, by the end of it, I'd like to purchase the wagon and own it.
Ah, I see. I see.
Now, so let me understand this then. Is you would like me to work for you, borrowing your wagon to do jobs
Yeah.
for a while. Now, that's something I can agree upon, of course. On top of it, I can keep a ledger.
And the idea was that you give us a percentage of the earnings from that, right? Although I was explaining to my lads here that you only work really in goods, and we work more in the travel of people. So it might be difficult and different for you.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm quite headed yet, but the idea is down the road to have 5 for myself and hire a caravan and crew again and get back to what I do best.
Right.
Then again, I could also offer my services to help you out with your wagon business until I have enough money for my own down the road.
That's exactly the idea, I'd say. Although we have to go fetch the wagon again. The idea is that, you offer people a ride for, say, $5 each ride. Anywhere they need to go. I don't like to make it very complicated. $5 anywhere they need to go. And, by the end of the day, when you're finished with the wagon, or somehow you've lost it or something like that, you come to me and tell me how much you've made, and we'll just take a small percentage of that.
All right. What's the
you keep the
name
rest.
of, by the by, I did forget your name, unfortunately, son. What was
That's
your
all right.
name again? I remember
I'm
Jesse.
Kieran McCoy, and we're going by the name of McCoy's Express.
Kieran McCoy and McCoy's Express. You got any documentation for your business I could see with my own eyes? Just want to make
That's
sure.
the hard part. It is quite early, so it is sort of just freelance. We kind of go on the corner and sort of shout, McCoy's Express, $5 anywhere you need to go. That's why it's sort of easy for you, too, is that you're not tied down to anything exactly. If you decide to just drop it, just give us back the wagon. It's not like you're contractually obligated, besides, of course, the contract between us each time
You see
work.
here, mister, my friends here, they ain't too good at talking. What Kieran is saying is we are also new to the business.
Mm-hmm.
Kieran here has only just had, 2 rides so far with this stagecoach company of yours?
I'd say so, yeah.
No, I understand now. So you're much like myself, getting started in business, but maybe perhaps farther ahead than I am myself.
Just a
Right.
couple steps, sir.
It's freelance work, but under a little bit of structure, if that makes sense.
I understand. Usually I'm around, I'd say, more active in the earlier hours, like this
Oh, yes.
morning, but I tend to be about for a long time when it comes to work to make sure I earn my needs.
Right, as ourselves as well, yeah.
I want to make sure I'm able to find you when I need to pay up after work
Yes,
is done.
so do you have yourself a notebook?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good. You can write down my telegram by the letters and numbers. KM 6739.
Well, hold your horses now.
Oh yeah, you got it.
All right.
Excuse me, lad.
All right, Kieran, go ahead and spell your name for me.
Kieran McCoy, Kieran. Kieran McCoy, capital M, lowercase c, capital C, O-Y. And the telegram number is KM 6739.
All right, I have you here down in my telegrams.
Fantastic.
And we do apologize for the inconvenience here.
Yes,
but
I was-
hopefully we can make this up with producing this wagon to you on the next location.
Really were hoping to have that wagon by Jesus if fucking Egypt Swindleton can go shooting his bullets. But,
Well,
Anyway, lad, we won't keep you anymore. Did you figure out where you needed to go with that their box?
I know where I gotta go. I was just,
very good.
look, I'll come back to
Mhm.
Valentine, but sit down for a drink and have a proper talk about how you want to do this business. Give you lads some time to figure out the details before I
Very
decide
good.
anything.
All right. Very good, lad.
Yes, sir.
All right, then. Well, I got some work to do. Ain't counting on me.
Be careful
Take
out there,
care,
laddie.
sir.
You have a good
Yeah.
one, ride safe, and watch out for, ne'er-do-wells.
The same to you, sir.
Good luck fishing.
All right, Grub, come on. That was fun. They didn't really know what their plan was, and Michael was just like, "What the hell are you doing?" That was a nice little interaction. I look forward to my Phantom playing, getting whitelisted. Him and I do a lot of good work together. Fuck. I'm over here eating chips and my horse is about to go off the cliff. Making me pucker up. Something not rendering in here. Okay. That was kind of weird. They don't really have a building for that yet. Something they ought to update soon. That's, I mean, it'd be an easy thing to update. Spawn a little shack right there. Now we head all the way back up to It's gonna be a lot of fun to be a highwayman in this game. One second, I need to get.
Not sure, is that himself?
Got a bit of water. Hell yeah, better out than in, I always say. Name's Sturgis Mclainy. I'll make sure I sound like the character I'm trying to portray. And make sure I have the right lines and the way I'm trying to speak, and the cadence in which I'm trying to talk as well. I have $6 to my name now, so it means something.
He must have flown in on his own whiz. It's got a very big fanny. You be careful.
Hello.
That new girl's got some spring in her step, don't she? Give your ass, boy. Lauren told that story. Sure seen everything now.
It's a damn deer. Scared themselves right into town. One of the things I look forward to doing with my character when we have a group going is having regular meal times as a group.
All right, stranger.
Hello?
Stop spinning. Damn it.
Yeah, food's much too expensive here. Jesus. Might as well go out and hunt a hare. I ain't on a knife though. Shit. General store it is then. Surprised chocolate's so cheap.
Don't work too hard now. On to business. Mister.
That's where we heard some wolves. Heard a wolf out that way. Sturgis, nice to meet you. Making sure I saying right the way I ought to. Don't worry, Grub. I ain't gonna ride you none too hard. With a buck on the back of your side there. I don't want you to break a leg. Howdy.
Whole lot of ugly business here.
Folks on the road is rude, ain't they? There's a great breakfast and a cup of coffee with cocoa. Hell yeah. I wonder what the total cost is going to be for us all to get a caravan together. Because we have the capability of doing deliveries. Delivery wasn't too hard, but we definitely got to save a lot of money up. What am I having for breakfast? Water, chips, and a brownie. None too courageous at the moment.
Hello.
Hab Grub, I bet you're tired of me riding your back like this. Let's get you up here. Oh, that sounds good. I love griddles.
Something else around here every day.
Yeah, for sure. Hello. Oh, damn it!
Christ.
Okay.
You, just okay walking around with that much blood on you?
I figure out how to cook some of this meat.
you might want to consider some different garments.
Oh, he's visiting himself.
That brought me back. Jerry.
Afternoon.
Oh, how's
good
it
day,
going,
sir.
succulent?
Go talk to them.
The succulent miss of the juice bottle.
How's it going, Sturgis?
It's going all right. Just,
Hey, I was just telling these fellas that the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
That's right. That's right.
We're talking about women. I got a girl I want to marry, Sturgis. Have you ever been married?
I've been married 3 times now.
By Jesus.
Oh, why only 3?
4th hasn't come along yet.
Oh shit.
Yet being the
Well, which one was your favorite?
Honestly, the one that would stay would be my favorite, but they all get tired of living out on the road as it is. So
Yeah.
They do want security, don't they?
they
Hey,
know
can I
what
tell you?
they know what they're getting into with me. I explain it as is, simple to them as they can be, but then they want to move on down the road, divorce, or just disappear. Then again, I might just have bad taste in horse.
You got any kids?
I did.
Well,
that's a touchy subject we may not
sorry
touch on.
for
here.
asking.
Fine.
Hey, I lost my wife. Yeah. 2 years ago. So.
Sure, but
I
why
feel
bring
ya.
this conversation down when we have some good news
I'm
here for you,
sorry.
sir?
As you can see, we have our wagon back. And, well, it's not much, but it does the job or the work. It's a simple traveling wagon there. As you can see, 4 seats in the back there for the customers. Sometimes they like to sit up straight in the top there. I don't prefer it, but, you know, they can. 2 horses pulls the wagon fine.
Well, ain't nothing to wag a finger at, that's for sure. It's not bad. I'd
not
say it's a
bad.
decent wagon.
Hello there, mister.
I was worried that I'm gonna come on by and you were gonna have a little cart for me, with 1 horse.
No carts. We don't do carts. I may call this a cart, but it's a wagon, so it is. And anyway, the idea is, yeah, you offer rides for about $5 or something like this, and if you can get a higher price, you know, go for it. But $5 seems to be enough for me. And take them where they need to go. Make a bit of a profit. We'll take just a percentage.
Sounds mighty fine. Write up a contract on what the details are, so binds aren't liable to change later, and I know what I'm getting myself into.
Right.
I'll be ready, perhaps, if I agree upon this. Tomorrow would be a good day for me to start working some. Not sure when, though, exactly. Maybe Friday.
Friday. Okay. Where the fuck do you get paper from anyway? Like, because I can't rip the paper out of my book.
You got a tough book, do ya?
Yeah, I do have a real tough book.
Yeah, well, why don't we go inside to the saloon there, take a seat, it'd be nice and comfortable, where we can discuss the minor details of things, and I'll do the writing as you fellas speak about it.
Very good, very good.
That's good. Have someone document the minutes.
Right, lads.
Oh, excuse me. Pardon me, fella. There we are.
Hey, Monty.
Jesus.
Monty, you sleeping up there?
There.
So, Sturgis, how old are you anyway?
I want a burger, mate.
48 years young.
Hmm.
Maybe 49, but I lose track of time.
Yeah, we all do. I think Swindleton says he's 30 or 29 or something like that.
I'm
And
turning 29
the
on the
sponsor right
12th.
here, I think he said he's 28 or I don't know. Not exactly sure.
I had a gray for myself caught up quickly. I started getting pepper in my beard at 25. But
There you go. I'm 25 now. By jazz, I hope it doesn't happen soon.
hey, you're still a young man. You got plenty of years ahead of you. I like to think I do too, but then again, I already feel like I'm starting to break down a bit.
Ah,
Time just
40.
slips away, don't it?
It does.
I remember 2 years back. I mean, feels like a lifetime ago now, but it was only 2 years.
Well, name. I know Jesse. One more time, your name, son.
Oh, mine is Kieran McCoy.
Kieran McCoy. I wanted to say
right.
Kelly McCoy every time, but Kieran McCoy. I'll make sure I remember that.
Kieran McCoy. You're all right, lad.
Name's
I
going
tend to
one
forget
ear
names
out the other.
That's right, yeah. That seems to be the case for this here Swindleton over here. He's not sure on your name. I keep having to tell him it's Sturgis.
If it's easier, you can call me by my last name, Mclainy. It's fine
McLeany.
as well.
Are you Irish, lad?
I am.
Oh, lovely. I bet
Not
this
born and
probably is-
raised, of course, as you can tell, most likely.
Well, then we're kinship, aren't we? You'll be an uncle of mine or something like that, maybe.
2 generations here in States.
Right, yeah. So, when it comes to the business, any questions exactly?
So I gather all you having to do is transport fellows from one place to another with your coach.
That's exactly it.
And you want a percentage of the work I does using your coach here.
Right.
All right. And what percentage would that be?
Well, I suppose. Let's see if I were to think about the math.
That's never been your strong suit.
No, it's not.
That's why you got me for that.
I guess maybe a third or so with the general. Just a third. He keeps the rest.
So if you are to give a passenger a ride for $5 a head, let's say you have one passenger, 25% of that would equate to $1.25.
That's not bad. And sure, if you're working for a good while and you're getting good pay, you may make up to 20. I made something like $20, $30 in just about 30 minutes. And so yeah, I think say a third or something like that. And of course, you can tell me exactly how much you make, and we could decide on the spot, more or less. I want to be fair.
Keeping a ledger would be smart to do in this case, and I think that the prices can vary from as little as $5 up to $15. I don't think most people will pay too much more, but if it is a long journey, say from Valentine all the way down to Armadillo, I think a higher fee would be most expected.
Well, I know what my time was worth. So if the
Exactly.
trip is longer, I'll be charging more compared
Of
to a
course.
short trip.
But do keep in mind, I do say $5 to stay, what do you call it, competitive. $5 to most people is not much, but when you start stacking it, it really does start to build up.
Oh.
But of course, if you can get that more than that, go for it.
Well, then, I tend to be around more often during the day, several hours from now. Will be when I'm around most, and you can count on me being around a lot. That's for sure.
Very good. Very good.
When it comes to picking up the wagon and dropping it off, how does this work?
In that case, I'll see if you're around. I'll try to get in contact with you telegram-wise, and then we'll meet in probably a town or something like that with the wagon to hand over the reins. And do keep in mind though with the wagon, these things can be fickle. And if you lose sight of it or you get too far away, sure, the horses will just fuck off entirely with the wagon. And
I understand.
away. So try to keep it in your sights. Again, like I said, if there are damages, we'll pay for that. It's my wagon anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. But I suspect you're all right as a driver anyway, because Didn't you say something like 8 wagons down in Mexico or something like that? Was it
5.
Jesse? Five. And I'm confident in your skills if that's the case.
It's the life I live. Now, that being said, Mr.
If-
McCoy,
Yes.
well, shit. Thought just escaped my mind. Continue.
No, it's all right. I was going to say, if the horses do indeed find themselves running off with the wagon, they do know their way home, so you don't have to worry about that. But in that case, you can sort of just end the day there. If it's too early, you can again telegram me again, and I'll try to keep track and get your wagon back.
I
but of course,
remember
I'll be
now. Do you boys, gentlemen, live here in Valentine?
I would say we generally do live in Valentine. We
Yes,
don't have
correct.
homes exactly, but yes.
Did I have good calls to make sure I find you around these parts then?
I would say so. Generally
Always
speaking,
so.
I'd say that Valentine would be a home base sort of for the McCoy Express because it's central, you know, and you can park the wagon down there by the stables in a nice little spot, and you know, be out of the way, but also like, you know, it's very convenient in that sense. So you will find us
Many
mostly-
people passing through to make their way down to the stable there.
Exactly.
Generally, where we get our custom base.
Yes.
I understand.
I do find that Rhodes is a good place to get business as well, oddly enough. But anyway, yeah.
Well, let me just get this straight here. I'm just writing the contract here. So we have wagon loan fee free of charge, repair costs free of charge, bodyguard services such we need some, if needed, free of charge. As a fee for the loan of the wagon, we'll be asking for 25% of the weekly profits, not daily.
Mm-hmm.
We will ask of you to keep a ledger of the profits, which will be discussed on a weekly basis, where we can reconvene and discuss business further.
Now, if I wanted to pay sooner than later for what I've done, I could do that as well, right? You're not going to make me wait till
Of course.
Friday.
No. Of course you can't need it. Of course, being freelance, it's sort of easy that way. You can make it very, how do you say it?
Flexible.
Flexible, yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, none, how much you end up paying for your wagon out there?
Fuck, I think it was something like a few $100s. I can't remember exactly the price. And seeing as it's a sort of a lesser, not as nice wagon, I'm looking into getting a new one too, so I have to go find a fella about that.
I should say coach, because a wagon and a coach is two different kinds of things.
It's true. Yeah. I'd say I think it was a few $100s or something like that. I need to go again, like I said, go looking for another fella for a new wagon for the business, which I'm hoping is not more than $1,000. If that's the case, then fuck's sake. But yeah, we'll see.
It is what it is when it comes to things like this, and
Yeah.
I want to get an idea in my mind down the road how much I will be spending on buying my own wagons for future endeavors.
Indeed. If you're looking for supply wagons, I suspect they're cheaper than the one that I have in mind for myself, seeing as it's sort of more luxury. I want my customers to be as comfortable as they can be and enjoy themselves. But if you're looking for supply wagons, I think they'd probably be a bit cheaper. But don't quote me on that
I
exactly.
just need
We're
something
gonna have
that
to go-
works and carries a lot of things, because I'm going to be delivering goods for folks out there and their businesses.
Absolutely, that's very good. I think it's the blacksmiths. So if you're looking around, maybe ask a blacksmith next time you have a chance how much wagons go for.
I'll
I
make
heard
sure I
that.
will.
I heard the fella in Saint Denis is especially good at building wagons.
Hmm.
So if you're ever around those parts, definitely pop into that stable, because yeah, he builds the wheels and everything.
If I remember correctly as well, that wagon out there is a total fee of $500.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, must have been.
I'll give me cause to talk to a blacksmith another day, but I do look forward, Mr. McCoy, to the opportunity here so I can find myself with money in my pocket again. And definitely much needed after my unfortunate run-in down in Mexico.
Yeah, I understand. I too am excited about this business opportunity. It's good to. Uh, I always did dream of sort of like expanding the business towards, having multiple people running around county, uh, doing the work.
Now, gentlemen, let me just make things clear here if there's anything that needs to be added to this here contract I'm writing. As said further, about the 25% of the weekly profits, meeting on a weekly basis. I would also like to add that you are not contractually obliged to the McCoy's Express service, and you may leave at any time you choose fit. And once the total fee of $500 has been earned to the service of McCoy's Express, you may purchase the wagon for your own purposes and needs and depart from the business.
Well, the last part there makes it sound like I have to wait to depart. Is that understood?
Oh, I see what you're saying there, sir. Yes, I will adjust that. What I'm trying to say is that if you do choose fit and you want to take this wagon for yourself and do what you want with it on your own business, you are free to do so.
Are you saying I have an opportunity to purchase this wagon from Mr. McCoy by the end of it?
That's correct. Let's say by the time we work for about a couple months, during which time $500 has been earned to the 25% taxation. In that case, you may take the wagon for yourself.
I keep that in mind if that's what I look forward towards in the future, but I might by then have my own carriages / wagons for my endeavors.
Indeed, it's an option though.
So I'm a contract worker then, where I work on my own whims.
Basically.
All right. That's how I like it to be anyways.
Indeed, it's better that way. Everyone's sort of more happy, and there's no sort of looming,
Salary
expectation
to be paying.
Yeah. And ourselves too, if we don't find you often, like if we're not around often, you don't have to go waiting around for us. You can of course get back to whatever it is that you want to
I'll
do.
make sure my hands ain't idle for long. I'll move on to one thing to another if I have to sit here wait. I gotta feed myself.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll sign that. I agree to it. I'm happy with the premise. I'm glad you boys came together to figure out what you was doing, because I was about to walk away, I was.
I understand. Oh, very good.
Sure, let me have Kieran sign it first here.
Yes, let's get out of this fucking seat, Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm in light.
You see, like we were saying, we are just beginning this business. Kieran here has had a business before, but it was on something a bit of a different grounds, was it not? It wasn't exactly a stagecoach business, but more of a delivery service, and I think you enjoyed it so much that you decided to expand on your own there. And I think in the area of business, well, we're not too versed in that.
I'm not too versed in the technicalities. I'm more versed in the actual sense of doing the work myself. Jesse, I can't sign this because you've already wrote it.
Sure, just sign it.
Yeah, you can sign it.
Can. But I don't know the fuck how.
Well, let me see.
Think about it.
I'll sign it first.
Sure, yeah. You know what? You do it first. I'll see by your example, old man.
I'm feeling it now. You be careful now. You'll have a child if you keep going on like that.
I see.
Here you are.
Kieran, you can always do an X if your handwriting ain't good. I know you aren't a very educated man.
Fantastic. Now, I'll hand it back to you. And you can carry it with you for proof.
Well, I look forward to doing some business. I think I'll get at it tomorrow, or later, when folks start getting back in town from their business and all that. Until then,
indeed.
I'll see you folks around.
Very good, lad. Be
Well,
careful.
it's been a
on the trail
pleasure
now.
doing business, sir.
Likewise. See you tomorrow. Likewise. How you doing, chat? I'm gonna get a little bit of RP. We're just getting into it. New character and all. If you've never seen RP before, it's pretty cool. My YouTube channel has tons of videos of me playing different kinds of characters that are very diverse, from outlaws, bandits to civilians, and all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of RP we had right there. So welcome in Smallpox Blanket. Venerator J, welcome in. This is on a Red M server, which is a mod for RP. But if you're interested in seeing what some of the RP I have done out there, go ahead and check out what's it called? My YouTube channel. I got tons of videos. I recommend Ryder Whitlock because he's another that I'll be playing again here shortly. But guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for being part of the stream. Until next time, bye bye.